When will Kim Kardashian ever learn? Considering that she and her whole family is already rich enough to pay people for their professional services and ideas, how come she's still being accused of stealing yet another man's idea? Well, you must have heard about this rumor, but not everyone has already discussed the details regarding this one. One thing's for sure though, many of us have seen this man as well holding a signage that says, "Kim Kardashian ruined my life.com. This guy is David Liebensohn, and he was supposed to make billions of money but ended up living in his car. Not only is Kim facing so much hate once again on the internet, but she also had to face a lawsuit because of her app, Kimoji. David was supposed to be her business partner, but he's now claiming that Kim K ruined his life because she took advantage of the app that he created. David even made TikTok videos hoping to reach out to people and help him reclaim what was rightfully his to begin with. Come on, this news was not really surprising as Kim had been involved in a lot of controversies before. What's bothering is the fact that Kim Kardashian, along with the other members of her family, always think that they could get away from all the bad things that they did and are doing. Thanks to their fame, money, and connections, they often do not pay for all their wrongdoings. She's always pointed her finger at her sister, Kourtney, for not working as hard as her. But is this how she works hard these days? Stealing other people's business idea and leaving them homeless and broke? We all know how big the Kar-Jenner clan is, but it took them a lot of controversies just to get to where they are right now. But they always seemed unbothered and unapologetic to everything that they got involved in. As long as it will take them to the top, they mostly do not care about what will happen to the other people that will get affected along the way. Honestly, this scamming accusation from David was not new, as Kim has been accused of doing this in the past as well. You might not remember what happened between her and Ray J's mom back in 2008. But guys, do you even know what made the Kar-Jenners popular and how people started noticing them? It started because of the leaked tape of her and Ray J. But in 2008, Ray J's mom, Sonia Norwood, filed a lawsuit against Kim and her siblings for allegedly stealing around $120,000 from her American Express card. Keep in mind that this all supposedly happened when the Kar-Jenners were just basically no one. They were not yet billionaires and people rarely know them. Kim worked as Brandy's stylist in 2004 and was allowed to make one purchase on the credit card. Norwood then claimed that Kim let her sister use it as well to buy their own clothing store, Dash and Smooch. According to Norwood, investigation has revealed that the Kardashians used their two stores and other stores that I've never visited to take advantage of me. I very much look forward to having the Kardashians account for their misconduct in the court of law. I did not want to commence litigation against the Kardashian family without conducting an exhaustive investigation into the charges and discussing all the options, including criminal prosecution, with my family. Ray J and Brandy's mom later on said that, after Ray J and Brandy urged me not to file criminal charges because of their prior friendship, I decided to afford the Kardashians an opportunity to resolve this matter without a lawsuit. As per Ray J, apart from them stealing money from my family, we would probably still be together now. But when that happened, I said, I don't want to be sleeping around with you no more. You stole money from my family, so that's why we stopped speaking. But before we get deeper into the video, if you want to know more about Kim Kardashian, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel right away. I will always keep you posted about the latest happenings in her life and more. Okay, it is pretty interesting because ever since the tape got leaked, the Kardashians started to get attention from the people. But not only that, but Kim was once again involved in a very controversial allegation because of her closeness with Jolo, a businessman turned fugitive after allegedly stealing billions from the Malaysian state. Kim K was asked by the FBI about her relationship with Lo. She recalled that she once received $250,000 in a trash bag after playing card games with Lo. In her defense, she said that she only met the guy a total of 6 times, but she received money from him more than once. This led people to believe that Kim was being paid by Joe to spend time with him. Oh, you thought that everything ends there and all the controversies she later got involved in were all because of her pettiness? This girl has been shady for years, but is always dumb enough to repeat the cycle. Recently, in October of 2022, Kim was exposed and forced to pay $1.26 million. Apparently, the US Securities and Exchange Commission claimed that Kim K received $250,000 because she advertised a crypto scheme without disclosing that she was paid to do that. But that was not all, and Kim was not alone in scamming people, as Kris Jenner was also alleged for scamming people at her church. You're in for more because the Kardashians were also accused of getting around $600 million through Britney Spears' conservatorship. The family is actually tied with Britney's former manager who planned this conservatorship. And now here comes the news that Kim once again scammed her former business partner David, profited from his idea, and left him with nothing. Do you think the Kardashians deserve the fame that they're getting right now? I would love to know your thoughts, so comment them down below. David Liebensohn was a successful entrepreneur who had a couple of startups, including Kim's app, Kimoji. You might have an idea about what this app is all about, but for those who are wondering what is so big of a deal with this business idea, then let me fill you in on that. So Kimoji is an app that allows users to have access to more than 250 exclusive emojis and sticker designs. All of this was based on the TV personality Kim Kardashian. People are talking about David as he took the bold step of calling out Kim K on TikTok. He was uploading videos of him walking around LA with a signage that let people know what Kim did to him. In the website that David was showing people, he was claiming that he is the mind behind that Kimoji app. But then Kim must have seen that opportunity and decided to work with him. But we all know how this family could always be tricky. David is accusing Kim of using her legal team to take away his rights on his own idea. And even though it's only now that people are widely talking about it, things actually started way back in 2014. Kim was just a user of the app called Censorgram back then. This app was also co-founded by David. Based on his story, it was Kim's friend Jonathan who reached out to him saying that Kim was interested in partnership with him. Of course he agreed, and then they had a meeting. According to David, he met up with Kim and momager Chris. That is where he explained the idea of Kimoji to them. It was initially a 50-50 partnership as per David's story. A few days after, Kim started asking him if the app was already trademarked, which David said no. Kim offered that her team could do that, which was a big mistake on David's side. Kim's team trademarked the app, but she later on accused David of invading her privacy just because David told a friend that he would be partnering with Kim. That was just the start of his downfall because of this Kardashian. David said that Kim's lawyer threatened him by saying that they would sue him for $5 million if he would not hand over the trademark to Kimoji. Considering that David and his team was kind of new in the business and was just taking their shots, they were never wary of Kim. Maybe they thought that this would be the start of their big break, not knowing how sly Kim would be. Apparently, 2 of David's partners signed the release of Kimoji because they don't know how to deal with the threat anymore. They took the easier way out, thinking that they would be in a much bigger problem if they do not give Kim the ownership to Kimoji. Because David kept receipts, especially his conversations with Kim, he eventually filed a lawsuit against Kim for $100 million. This was their lead conversation, and if everything that David was claiming was true, then he was very smart to record this one. Kim countersued for more than $300 million, and that is huge for David, and he does not have the capacity to go through that lawsuit. He ended up taking a step back and no longer pursued the case he initially filed. Even though he no longer pushed through with the lawsuit, Kim and Chris still pounded on him to pay $400,000 for their lawyer fees, time wasted, and whatever. Oh my gosh, if all of this actually happened, how could some people still look up to these Kardashians? I don't know about you, but this is more than popularity and money. This family is sick to the head with everything that they got involved in. I guess karma will always have its way around people who deserve it. Hopefully, those who have suffered because of them get the justice that they deserve. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out these videos.